Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That's Steve Julian of KPCC.
And Brett Chapin.
We are talking with the cast and director of Rabbit Hole at Theater Palisades, playing now through October 2nd. For any information on that, go to theaterpalisades.com and give us a call for 2 free tickets to Rabbit Hole at 1-800-336-2225. Call now. And we wanted to go back real quick to, you had a question.
If I can follow up on that.
Sure.
You know, Rabbit Hole is a play that was commissioned by South Coast Rep in 2005, won the Pulitzer in 2007.
Right.
Did you see the previous mounting of it, or do you tend to shy away from seeing shows you're going to direct?
If I didn't know, I mean, I was lucky I didn't see any of them, and I didn't see the movie. I didn't know beforehand, though, that I was going to do this play. So, you know, if I had seen it, I maybe would have had, I don't know, I would have questioned it, because I'd like to be a clean slate, and I want to have my own ideas. So I try to stay away from anything and anybody, and want to make my own decisions on it. So plus and minuses, they're all it's my fault. So.
Actors have the same question. You know, a lot of actors do prefer to go back and see something that's been mounted if they can, whether it's on YouTube or wherever. And some will stay completely away. They don't want to be influenced by anything that somebody else has done. You're nodding your head, Catherine.
Exactly. I hadn't seen the film. I'm glad I didn't before we started. I had auditioned for the play a couple of years ago somewhere else and fell in love with it. And the way it's written is so exquisite, and the character of Nat. So I was determined to play Nat this time, and I was lucky enough to get the role.
Out of 100 actors, these are the cast of Rabbit Hole. 100 people auditioned for this. And during your casting process, Tony, you met the very talented Laura Doucette, who is working on Rabbit Hole. The name of your character again? I'm sorry, Laura.
Becca.
Becca. Tell me a little bit about Becca.
Well, Becca is a mom who's lost her child. Very heartbreaking, and she's just kind of a strong woman who is, I think, trying to get through the day, and I think the best way she can do that, I don't want to give away but she starts off, you know, I think very much in a sort of a denial place, or trying to, you know, push everything under the carpet, and she's, you know, she's very strong, and yeah.
Excellent. We talked to you during the live broadcast for opening night of Rabbit Hole, and one of the things that you said that kind of struck me was this play made you love your family more. That was pretty interesting. How did it make you love your family more? How did it make you appreciate your family?
Well, I read the play, and because I knew that they were doing it at the Theater Palisades, and I was really interested in checking it out. So I read the play, and at first I thought, no, this is not for me, because I have a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, and then over the next few days, I couldn't stop thinking about the play, because it was so powerful, and it made me so grateful for my family, which when you're a full-time mom, you don't always feel grateful to be a full-time mom. So when I read the play, I just cherished my family. It really thought, wow, it really makes you look at a very realistic portrait of what it would be like to not have your family, your children, and that's, I think, for me, just really feeling that, like, I really felt what they were feeling, and I never want to feel like that, and I'm so grateful for my family.
And she's a character who has a lot of emotions that come through. And what do you tap into as an actor?
Well, that's a very hard question. Thank you for that hard question. Well, I think I just, because, you know, my friends who are moms say, oh, how do you do that? Because I have a son, a 3.5-year-old son, but I have also a separate son, that's Danny. That's the boy's name, and that's, you know, so that's my son. But I think I focus more on the love I have for my children, for my family. That's I come from that place. And more like I definitely don't go to that place. Like I'm not a method actor. I don't imagine losing my son, but I just focus on how much love I have for my family, and how, you know, the dark scenes come from a place of, you know, the scene with Catherine. I mean, I've got it's a really interesting storyline with Catherine. The mother-daughter relationship is, I totally identify, and I hope my mom isn't listening, but, you know, like it's very similar to the relationship I had with my mom. And so it's like the frustration you feel when, you know, I just think about, wow, my mom doesn't ever hear me. And, you know, there's a lot going on between her and I where she doesn't hear me. And I want so much to connect with her, and I want so much to connect with my husband. And it's hard, you know, so...
You can really draw on things from your past
Yes.
in order to research your character.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
great.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be back to talk with the talented Catherine Lydon, who's playing Nett in Rabbit Hole. If you have any questions, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225 and pick up 2 free tickets to Rabbit Hole. Thanks so much for talking to us, Laura.
Thank you.
We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and guest host Steve Julian of KPCC right here on CRN Digital Talk.
Treat you fine on Broadway. Looking at them